Hello and welcome back to the StrawHatLucas YouTube channel. I am the man himself, Mr. StrawHatLucas, and today we are here to play some One Piece D&D, creeping ever closer to session 20. I'm gonna go around the table and let all of the players say hello. Good man JoshuaVykthor will be joining us very, very shortly. Fashionably late as always. Let's start with the newest member of the party, Mr. NoChillDill. How we doing today, Dill?
Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy NoChillDill here, back again for some more One Piece D&D. Doing pretty good, cannot complain. Get to come back as my favorite percussionist. And, ready for whatever transpires today.
Yes, I am ready to see what our good DM ToriMori has cooked up for us. Next up, a man who goes by many, many names. I just know him as Ragnar or Lord Vegeta. How we doing today, Ragnar?
I'm pretty good. I was gonna say earlier, I just realized I was muted that entire time. So, what's good, chat? Ready for another session? I'm really hyped. Yeah.
Let's go. Next up, a very close friend of mine, the special grade sorcerer of the anime and manga scene. If you are not subbed to his channel, go to the link in the description here and make sure you do so. It is Mr. SSJ8 Cody.
Hello, YouTube. It is I, the special grade sorcerer of the anime manga sphere. But Lucas already said that, so I need to maxween.
Why? Oh, already off to a good start, guys. I'm going to now hand it over to the man who makes this all possible, the one who paints this vivid world for all of us to explore and adventure in, Mr. ToriMori.
Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good to my Mikey's men here gathered once again? What's good to all the folks tuning in at YouTube Live or otherwise? Great to be back again here for, what is this? This is session 16 already.
Session 16.
Yeah, they've been coming fast since December. I like this pace a lot. Yeah, good to be back. As you can see, there's a little bit of the recap of what's going on there on the screen. Just to talk it over, I'll try to make it extra quick today because I'm itching to get into some good role playing here today. We are still gearing up for the tiebreaker bout between Leadbelly and Moon Kief's current bandmate Beetle Brown, who has kind of taken this rather antagonistic sort of attitude with Leadbelly, brewed from the Shoreside Saloon in Old Beach Haven. The whole party has come up here. We had Leadbelly and Mystical actually were allowed in for free since they are performing tonight. Kiryu and Arthur went ahead and made a little sneakeroo in, which that was definitely worth watching. That was a funny little sequence of them getting into the circus. And they also had Elder Squint and the Tweedle brothers pay to get in. They went through the line sort of to avoid undue suspicion on the Sakura pirates. But they were all they all gathered around at Henry the Horse's, which is the club where the tiebreaker will be held tonight. Currently, everybody is gathered there. Kief is actually playing. First hour at Henry the Horse's is for the big band to play, and that's where we'll be opening up today. But before we jump into the present, I have a continuation of our cover story I want to get out. This is Port Gorko Emergency Response Number 4, 99 minutes post Sakura Pirates departure. He'd waited longer than necessary, but caution felt prescient in his heart. With Hadro in his arms as much as exhaustion was, he reflected on the tough battle against those rookies, specifically how ruthless the portal user had been. He had to thank Hadro for going down and making him refocus his priorities. They wandered through the dark town with the sound disguise of the curfew alarms ringing in the streets and everybody locked up inside their homes. It took some winding around the bare Marines left to 199, re-bolstered by the men with Hackjaw who'd returned. But he avoided them and crept into the storm drains and began winding around those dark curves, panting as his eyes adjusted. After one such dark corner, there was another corner far ahead, not nearly so dark. Light poured out of it, and the sight quickened the warrior's step. It opened upon a big antechamber with ramshackle buildings built along the support columns and a huge meeting area across a little bridge. He crossed it, readjusting Hadro in his arms, feeling his eyes flutter, and hearing the portly dogs barking ring in his ears to alert his arrival to those gathered at the long table in heated discussion. It stopped at the sight of Nac, whose feet stumbled as he used the last of his strength to tell them, "Help." He cushioned Hadro with his body and did not even feel his head clock stone. He wasn't sure when he awoke next, but a host of them were gathered around him. The young navigator, the vibrant purple fishman, the cyborg, Captain Lyfoon, and most notably Bill, lighting a cigarette. "Well, Nac," he grumbled, shaking his match out. "We helped you and your loser CD friend over there. Now you're gonna help us out. Help all of Port Gorko out, really. I think you'll find it's an offer you can't refuse. It'll help everybody." Pulling us over here, just a quick check-in on the Roshwan over map. We've come up here just up shore from Old Beach Haven where our Roshwan journey began. The belly boat is docked there on the beach, but you guys are all inside the circus. Here's a little over map of the circus to get you acquainted. Not 100% accurate. These are not the only tents and only buildings and attractions here at Mr. Mantang's, but these are kind of the big ones into the districts you can think about. As you guys can see, most of you, all of the players at least, are gathered over here at Henry the Horse's Club. I'm going to pull us backstage first and check in with Leadbelly and Mystical. Leadbelly, go ahead and toss yourself down. You guys were coming back here to kind of continue your practice where we left off with you last time.
Alrighty. Let me throw myself down. Here I am, once again. Gonna tear these guys to pieces. Nobody's a Kelly Clarkson fan. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, as you guys come in here, you can still pretty well hear the club and the band playing outside. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Leadbelly, as you're coming in here, you're like, wow, these guys are pretty good. Just hearing them play for a little bit on their opening. You come in here, you see this big grand piano, all of the dressing seats, and Mystical is pretty quiet. He just looks around and says, wow, been a long time since we had ourselves a room like this.
Yeah, it
has. That
has.
Kief still gets the Ritz.
Right? Do you think this will bring his memories back?
It's got to. He turns to you with his, he makes a fist and he just looks very determined all of a sudden. It's got to. And if this doesn't work, then, well.
We'll bonk him on the head. Nah.
He raises an eyebrow. He goes, yeah, yeah, I've heard of that working in like the stories and stuff. We could always try it. And again, Mr. Mantang is a very magical man. Maybe I've been foolish. Maybe we should have tried him for help this whole time. I don't know. Maybe we're wasting time here, don't you think?
If we're playing music together, I don't think it's a waste of time, but I do have some questions about this Mr. Mantang. Is he as wonderful as you and Kief really say, or do you think it's all an act?
Well, my goodness. He's kind of difficult. I know your passive is pretty high now, so I mean, kind of hard to decipher his emotion. He's not quite angry with you, but he's a little incensed at that comment, and he crosses his arms. He goes, "Well, my goodness, I'll forgive you because you've never met him, but I promise you, it would be remiss to insinuate anything like that about Mr. Mantang. He is a good man. He is a noble man, and he just loves whimsy and fun, and above all else, he loves freeing people. Maybe he can free Kief from the shackles of this amnesia. That's all I'm saying."
I'll be honest with you, Mystical. I have my doubts. The fact that, I don't know, something just feels off. I know he treated you and Mystical, or you and Kief correctly, and he's done right by both of you. But
it's the
this
entire
whole place,
circus. You don't understand how many freed slaves have been employed here. It's incredible. He gives us homes. He gives us reason. He gives us will. He is a hero.
On my way here, I watched one of his workers burn a man alive. A man who stole a couple dollars, a couple berries. Whatever you guys call money.
Mystical, he shuts his eyes and he shakes his head. He goes, "Yeah, Mr. Henderson, yes. Well, he is the enforcer, and at the end of the day, Mr. Mantang's is a business. It has to make money. It can't survive if somebody is going to steal from an establishment that is freeing slaves. I mean, surely you can agree with me there."
Oh,
It's
I
an
can agree with you
enterprise.
there, but is every criminal not entitled to some kind of due process? And theft, I mean, especially such a small amount from what I saw, the man was willing to burn the money as well. Did that man not deserve a trial? To have a chance to be put into some kind of jail?
Ooh, Mystical kind of, he grits his teeth and he looks you in the eye. Still, he's getting a little incensed, but you can tell he's really working to not be offended by what you're saying. But he says,
Yeah.
"Leadbelly, do you remember how I ended up in Marie-Joie by any chance? And feel free to please roll me a history for that.
I
if you like.
will, yes. I am more than happy to do that. Oh no, I keep opening the wrong Roll20. Cameraman, our mysterious 7th party member.
Yeah, talk about a secret player.
Right.
Wait until the big bad shows up as cameraman.
You said a history?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Actually, off of 12, you're not going to remember the full story. You remember some snippets of, that he was there a little bit longer before you, that he had tasted his fair share of whippings, but no, actually, off that 12, you don't remember many of the details.
I struggle to remember the details, if I'm being honest, Mystical. I arrived at Marie-Joie when I was so young.
He nods at that, and he calms down a little bit, actually. He goes, "Yeah, of course. Forgive me. I was put on trial for a crime I didn't commit. Stealing from the local bakery. Simple crime. Do you think that trial was just and fair? Do you think that court of law held up?" I don't either.
But death?
I've just decided
That's
to
not
put
a fair
my faith.
justice. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's not. No, you're good, boss. He goes, no, it's not fair. And you'll forgive me if I've simply decided to place my sense of justice in a different court, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
Anyway, never mind that. Let's stick to it. We're here now. We will inevitably meet Mr. Mantang. I promise you tomorrow, if we haven't by then. We should seriously seek him out. I really want to introduce you to. I know all of your doubts and worries will go away once we do that.
You know what? I trust your judgment. I really do, Mystical. So I hope it does go for the best. But I think you're right. We should get back to practicing. And Abyss, do you want to join us in our practice?
Practice?
Yeah.
Abyss,
I'm
feel
gonna
free
be
to
honest,
throw your-
Captain. I'm gonna be honest, Captain. I usually just sing what the shadows tell me.
You know what? I dig that. You do your thing, Abyss. And then I'll start playing my lute.
I'll join in for the lute stuff. I'll play a lute. I have a flute.
Hey, let's go.
Mystical gets a little jazzed up and he pulls the trumpet, which I'll say he's kind of had like tucked in the back of his waistband. He goes, "Grow me some fingers, Captain!" But as he throws his hands up, he drops the trumpet. He goes, "Oops, ew. Sorry."
Do you mean to roll performance? I will
You
grow him
don't
fingers,
have
by the way.
to just yet. You can go ahead and do it for like playing, but just to grow the fingers out before any playing, no worries there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to play. I'm gonna get into it. 14's not bad. Not my best, but not bad.
What on earth? Wow.
Holy shit.
Hey, the double 29s from from old Misty over there. Goodness. Yeah, as you guys set to practicing again. Yeah, obviously. That disadvantage is not holding him back too hard. You guys get to playing together. Sounds a little empty without your percussionist there, you know, especially given the couple hours or so that you've spent practicing with Kief before now. You're also hearing that other tune playing outside. You hear the big band just roaring on. Kief, go ahead and I know you're off screen, but could you throw me a sleight of hand, please? Yeah, that 15 is all right enough for sure. You guys hear the song kind of hit a crescendo, whatever the big band is playing. Neither of you are too familiar with the tune, but you hear just this, you know, it reaches the crescendo, and then this sick drum fill. It's pretty crisp, pretty tight, pretty clean. You know, it's got to be Kief, and you both just kind of take a look at each other, like, whoa.
That's our boy out there, Mystical. We're gonna get him out of here.
That hell yeah, we are, Captain. Mystical has a fire in his eye that is very emboldened. As with the end of that song, with, you know, the crowd's applause rolling through now, I'll bring us out here to Henry the Horse's, the main floor. This map is kind of divided in two, so I might be switching back and forth fairly frequently. But over here on this half, you know, of course, we've got the main dance floor and the stage where Kief, you and the big band have just pretty much aced that song. As you've kind of found your pocket, your nerves have disappeared. You have been playing with the big band a while, and you're feeling good about this. You all kind of share a little smile between yourselves.
Yeah. And Kief is kind of just like looking to the rest of the big band to see like any cues of what song we're gonna be playing next.
It'll be Beetle Brown that leads the next one as he pops open the top of his piano a little more. And with his, like, he kind of like half extends his fingers out, and with his middle knuckles, he starts tapping on the strings directly inside the piano. It creates this sort of, it's a different sort of tune, a little hollow thing. And then Purple Jack rips in with the bass. Boom, 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 boom. And Kief, go ahead and go ahead and just toss me a performance as your drums, or you recognize the tune instantly. Oh yeah, 19. Yeah, you rip in the cymbals, you give them a little chime. The crowd goes wild. This is one of their favorites, excuse me. And you guys rip into it really well as June Red just starts kind of dancing back and forth, and Porky Blue is waiting on his mark. I'm going to swing us over here to the bar, the other side of this club, to catch up with Kiryu and Arthur, where we left off with you guys. I think you caught or I guess your eyes were caught by these ladies here at the bar. We'll just start with the first mate, if that's cool, down here. Kiryu, you notice this lady with glasses. As you approach her, she's sipping an orange cocktail, kind of similar to that one that Klein and Boomy was drinking down in Old Beach Haven. And she's got a notebook, and she's writing notes down as she pretty intently watches the big band play. Oh, my bad. I thought I heard him pop in. In that case, excuse me. We're going to come up here to Arthur. What was happening here with Arthur? You had noticed the lovely lady behind the bar. She looks a little bit more focused on her job. She's the only bartender, moving from end to end, serving drinks. She's wearing a sleeveless shirt with a big, long, flowy dress. She's, like, gorgeous, but she's also pretty, like, just from the look of her face, she's no nonsense. And after she serves this trio of guys down here, she'll come up to you and go, "What'll it be?"
Well, what do you recommend? Gorgeous?
Ooh. Immediate. I suppose that would be persuasion.
That Arthur D. Rizzler over here. Let's see. Persuasion. Ooh.
Okay. 16 is interesting. 16 leaves her. Whoa. Sorry about that. 16 will leave her. She just kind of gives you a blink. She leans on the bar and she goes, "What'll it be to drink?"
Well, most bartenders have a recommendation, so it's like,
Okay. And she just shakes her head at that. She turns and she starts making a drink.
all right, and then I'll need at least 6 more of them.
6 of these. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Thanks for telling me on the front end. I hate when people tell me, "Oh, I'll just take 1 green tea shot," and then once I deliver the green tea, "Oh, could we get 3 more?"
Oh,
thank you for that, at least.
you're not prepared for what I'm about to do with these drinks, miss.
And once they get to me, I want to use my cantrips to drag the drinks out of her hands and towards me, and then I want to propel the other ones to all the other bar patrons. And like, so I can look cool. Be like, yeah, you see them?
Wow. Okay, that's okay. When you do that, so we've got 5 down here. You're sending it 2. You're gonna keep 1 for yourself. Gotcha. They go sliding down the bar. I know he's not quite here yet, but I'll give him his props. The 6th one is about to slide straight off the bar. You've kind of misjudged that one. Kiryu catches it. I'll give him a little props. He catches that drink and slams it in front of his girl. And these 3 guys, these 2 here, and then the furry-looking fellow, they take the drinks. They're like, "Whoa!" Hey! They all raise them and take a toast to you. And the bartender is just like, "Wow, this is a pretty
not
cool
a toast
trick.
to
I'll give you
me.
that."
A toast to the nice young lady who's serving us tonight. Ain't that right, fellas? And then I'll slam the drink.
And then they raise their glasses even higher at that. The other girl down here with the glasses on her face, when you say that, she turns with a big smile and she's like, "Yeah, go Hera, let's go!" They all enjoy their drinks. A big round of excitement there. Good, nice.
Hera, is that your name? Just
She's,
like the sky goddess.
Ooh. She's got a little blush on her face now. And she's like, yeah. That's interesting. I have not met many people who know where my name comes from. It's an old family name, I guess. But yeah, that's cool. Where are you from?
Oh, lady, I'd love to tell you my story, but I'm just a cowboy on a horse with no name.
You ride a horse, huh?
Well, several. It depends, you know. Sometimes people lose their horses and they're like, "Hey, can you come help me wrangle the gold girl in?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, now go get the horse," you know. It's just one of them things you do. You gotta be a good person, redeeming along the way.
Ooh, as soon as you say that, you hear a very drunken slur. Because, yeah, he's a good person, stealing horses and all of that. If you look to your right, the drunken fellow who had his face head down in his drinks turns to you, and it is. Oh, Dill, sorry. You look to your right, and the drunk gentleman there who had his face down on the bar sits up, very inebriated, very visually inebriated, and it is Lenny. Yeah, Arthur's a great old boy, great brother, great friend, great man, great horse thief.
Well, it's not even if you give it back, Lenny. Shut up.
Oh, and he starts like, sidling down the bar at you.
I'm silently, I'm gonna like go over to him and be like, "You're pissed drunk. You are not helping."
Oh, I'm not like Arthur. I can't help people with his disguise. Ugh. And he gives like a little like vomit belch, but he holds it back and he's like, I can't make disguises. I can't be a pirate. I can't.
Okay, you're too drunk. You're too drunk. I put 2 fingers to his head. It cures fucking drunkenness. I've used cure wounds. I'll burn a spell slot for this. Lenny, you are not fucking cock blocking me.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if Cure Wounds is gonna work on drunkenness. I'll be honest with you, brother. I'll let you keep the slot in exchange, but I'll say you still like do that. You still put your fingers to his head, and he just looks at you, and then he looks at Hera, the bartender. He's like, "You know what he's doing? What's he doing?" She goes, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Oh.
While you formulate whatever you're gonna do next, Arthur. In that case, Lenny will just kind of say to her, "Oh, you don't have to worry about getting in the middle. Oh, please, excuse me. I'm sorry. I got in the middle of your life." And he just starts weeping. He's like, "I'm sorry, Arthur. I didn't want to be a bad guy. I didn't want to get my brains blown out. Okay."
Then this is not the best time. You really should have been. This is not a good time. Some shit's about to go down. You got to get out of here, Lenny. Like, this is not the place to be.
I grab Lenny by the shoulders, and I'm gonna whisper to him. I'm gonna be like, "This could be worse than Blackwater. You really do not want to be here."
Ooh. Intimidation check, please, but not a strictly orthodox one. Yeah. At a 16 at mention of that, Lenny shivers. He's just like, "What the fuck? What are you doing here, Arthur? What are you gonna do?"
Someone hurt someone very dear to me, and I'm here to make sure they get what they deserve.
Ooh. He shakes his head, still visibly shaken. Walks around this way. He knocks this bar stool fully over. He's like, "Yeah, fine. Here I go again. I'm gonna go. Don't you worry, Arthur. I listen to my friend. Don't you worry." And he'll make his way to the door.
Lenny, stay alive. That's an order.
Ooh. He'll stop if you say that and listen, but he doesn't look over his shoulder at you. And then once you're finished, he'll continue on toward the door.
All right. Well, talk about wow, he just knocked it over and didn't even pick it up. I am so sorry about the disturbance of one of my old colleagues, man. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
She's got her arms crossed and she's kind of looking at you up and down now. And she's like, "An old colleague? Is that what you call that? That was pretty intense. You guys go back, I guess."
You could say that.
And then, well, Josh has joined if you want to pan over to Kiryu.
Hey, JoshuaVykthor, welcome in. Are you there, brother?
Yo. Yep.
Yo. Sorry for throwing it to you earlier. I thought I heard the Discord chime sound in, but if you're ready, yeah, I'll throw it over to what Kiryu is doing right now. Welcome back, Ragnar.
Yo.
Kiryu, to reframe what was going on, you had come down here to this lady at the end of the bar. She's wearing glasses. She's kind of just sitting cross-legged on the stool, not really interacting with anybody. She's got an orange cocktail that she's sipping from. It looks like the same one you saw Klein Abumi drinking in Old Beach Haven. And she's writing in a notebook on her lap and intently watching the big band's performance.
All right. So, for context, what music is it? Does it play right now?
It's a little bit of variety. It's mostly like big band music, like late 30s, 40s, 50s, sort of big band jazz. But there's like classic jazz infusion, jazz boogie kind of deal. Like it's a lot of music that really makes people move. And she's like wagging her foot as she listens. You know, you're looking all around. You've got this mini dance floor here in front of the bar, and then of course off of the map there is the main dance floor, like right in front of the stage. And I mean, there are lots of tables as well, people sitting, people enjoying. Right now it's above table, I'll just say it's probably the song Ricky Don't Lose That Number, if you're familiar, by Steely Dan. It's something like that.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar, but alright. So I'm gonna walk up and say, yeah, good music tonight.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if you heard this part, but when Arthur bought some drinks, one of them came sliding toward you, and as it slid off the table, you took it, you caught it before it fell. I'm gonna say you've got the Riz there, and that's that moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she kind of like shakes, startled, as you make yourself known to her. She turns to you, she's like, "Oh, hey, oh, nice. That was pretty cool."
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And she just looks back at the stage. She like kind of has like an awkward moment, just looking at you, waiting, and then she looks back at the stage.
So yeah, you like the music, huh?
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. They're so good. This is probably, I don't know, I don't want to disparage any of our past Big Man members, but this is probably the best lineup we've had.
Well, yeah, they're good. Like the instrumental is pretty impeccable, and yeah, the vocals aren't really bad either. But yeah, just wait and it's a bit more, and my friend is gonna play on the stage. The show just started.
Nice. Sorry, what was that last part?
Oh yeah, my friend is gonna play on the stage tonight.
Nice, cool. If you say that, she will perk up and she'll put her notebook down on the bar, kind of spin in the stool to you, and she goes, "Oh, you're friends with the Challenger, huh? I've been hearing a lot about that. Don't worry, I'm not participating in the smack talk like everybody else. I'm hoping everybody plays their best. That's really exciting. That's wonderful. What's your name?"
Oh yeah, my name is Kiryu. How about you?
Kiryu. Wow, that's a very, very strong name. Very cool. I'm Rito Misha. I know that's kind of a mealy-mouthed name. I didn't pick it. You can just call me Rini if you like.
Rito Misha. That's a really beautiful name.
Oh my goodness. She blushes really hard. She blushes. She goes, "Oh, well, thank you." She like straightens her glasses up. She takes a sip of her cocktail and she goes, "That's very nice."
Oh, you're adorable.
Oh my goodness. She blushes even harder and she's like, "My goodness, have you been drinking already, or is this your first? My goodness."
You can say that I'm always this distractive.
She'll kind of chuckle at that, and she extends her hand and she goes, "Well, Kiryu, wonderful to meet you. I am happy to host you here, and very proud to say I am kind of the head of house tonight. So if you need anything at all, if there are any problems, anything needs addressing, come to me. I'll be happy to take care of it in honor of Henry the Horse."
Henry the Horse. Who's that? Like,
She just, this is her laughing. She goes,
yeah, I'm rather new to town, so can you explain me anything?
"Oh, you're being serious. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm so sorry. Henry the Horse is the owner of the club. He is a very, very gifted performer, musician, man, if you will. And he owns this club. He is part of Mr. Mantang's board, and he's an incredible entrepreneur. Unfortunately, he's away tonight. I wish he were here to be able to enjoy his power hour as usual, but I'm in charge tonight, so yeah."
Oh, yeah. Sorry for my ignorance. I really didn't know that. Like I
No,
said,
no,
I-
no, no, no.
I just
You're
got
okay. You're not ignorant. It's okay. Well, you are, but you're not anymore. It's okay. I don't mind. So, Kiryu, where do you come from? What, are you here are you a local here in Rashwan?
Oh no, I'm pretty much an explorer. Like I go from island to island.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, that was one of the things that enticed me about this. As a kid, I always wanted to see the world, but it's scary out there for travelers. But when you're a part of a massive, massive menagerie like this, I mean, it's kind of hard to be in danger. So it's been great. I certainly never expected to be able to leave the North Blue. This is incredible being in the South.
I mean, if you have someone to protect your, have your back, you can go anywhere.
Oh yeah, tons. We've got the clowns. They take care of things. It's great. It's no problem. We've got, plenty of other forms of security here too. I mean, there's a reason that we are able to tell the Marines you have no jurisdiction here. Not everybody can say that. I mean, that's pretty gifted.
Yeah, that's really good for an island. But I'm talking about exploring the entire world right here. Like, yeah, with the friend that is practicing tonight, I'm sailing with him. He's really strong.
Incredible. So okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I assume the other fellow with him is part. I saw them come in. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself, but I assume he's part of your group too. You must have a big group. That's a lot of fun. That's wonderful.
Who, the small fellow or the really small fellow? Right.
Well, I guess he was smaller comparatively, but he was taller than me.
Oh yeah. No, I don't really know him that much, but yeah, he has a lot of history with the other guy.
Oh man, they go back, huh? That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's incredible. Yeah, that's the one downside. I miss the folks I used to know back home. I miss my family, but most of them passed. So what are you gonna do? I found new family here at Henry the Horses.
Yeah, I get that. A lot of my family passed away. And yeah, I'm
so
such
sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to be, well. Yeah, you get over that.
I guess I've never really gotten over it. I feel like I'm just running from it. But what can you do?
We can only go up from here.
You can only go up from here. I like that. I like you, Kiryu. Hey,
Yeah, I like it too.
oh my goodness. I shouldn't be distracted. I'm supposed to be taking notes of how the night's going. And she's
Yeah,
just
don't
like
worry.
giggling and blushing. Let me see here.
Yeah, you can have some fun too.
Oh, trust me, I'm having plenty of fun. And at that, I'm gonna chime in as this fellow who's kind of sitting next to her. And while she hasn't taken notice of her shot, he leans over. He goes, "Hey, Missy, you gonna drink that he bought you?" And she'll kind of be confused, but she'll be like, "Oh, that's mine. Sure, okay. Cheers." And she'll take it, and she'll raise it to you, Kiryu.
Yeah, cheers. Do I have a glass?
Yeah, you should have that shot. I don't know if you downed it. I know you caught it, but if you want, you can say you still have some shot left to down. So
Yeah,
if you guys want to do
I
it,
probably
yeah.
did down it and refilled it already.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you guys take it. She takes just a little sip, and all the while, this is a trio up here. These two are talking, but this guy who's kind of butted in is now like leaning on the bar. He's looking at Rito Misha. He's not paying you any attention, Kiryu. He's just kind of looking at her with this drunk, seedy look in his eye.
Well, I'm gonna try to get his attention for a little while, for a moment there. I can make a hand signal.
What are you gonna do? A hand signal?
Yeah, like look at my face, bro.
What kind of like hand signal? Just like you're just like wagging your finger?
Yeah.
Okay. What would that be?
Side of hand.
I guess I'll just yeah, let me just do it this way. He'll kind of notice it. He'll look at you as you do that and just kind of look you up and down. His look is a lot less impressed as he does that just naturally.
Yeah.
He looks back at Rito Misha. He's like, "Hey, baby, what are you doing fooling around with Young Buck here? You look good."
Well, she clearly knows what's more worth this night. Let's put it that way.
What is what?
What is more worth tonight?
Wait, I'm so sorry. What is more worth it?
Yeah, what is more worth?
Well,
you seem like you're already drunk or a little bit. Like, let's just raise on the glass.
Yeah, he is just wasted, and he's like, "What are you doing hanging around with this guy? Come join us. We'll buy you all the drinks you want, honey." And Rito Misha is just kind of getting like uncomfortable now. She starts like curling up in her seat a little more, like just making herself smaller.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand over her shoulder and say, "Yeah, you guys already seem like we have a lot of fun. Like, she doesn't really seem like she wants to join that, you know."
Oh, and who are you to say so? The little lady can speak for herself, can't she? Come on, what do you say, honey? And he'll put his arm around her as well, kind of like draped over yours.
If he does that, I'm gonna grab his shoulder.
Ooh. How are you grabbing it? I'm imagining maybe a little more, animatedly.
Okay, I'm gonna grab his shoulder and straight away try to dislocate it.
Ooh.
I mean, not really dislocate it, but yeah, I'm gonna make my actions really clear to him.
Interesting. Since he's drunk, it won't be a traditional grapple check, but I'm gonna kind of just give it a loose DC if you want to throw out an athletics check for me, brother.
Yeah, right, athletics.
Yeah, 11 just barely is
Nice.
able to get him off of her. You know, he puts his arm over yours, so you're pretty, you've got the leverage to just be able to kind of wrench him off. Are you like throwing him to the ground, or are you just getting him off her, or what are you?
Yeah, just getting him off and make my point clear.
Nice. In that case, his two buddies who he was sitting with, the one has his back turned, but the furry one is going to see all this, and he goes, "Whoa, hey, sorry, I am so sorry. He is definitely in his cups. So sorry to bother you all. But you need to calm down." He's saying this to the guy. "You need to calm down. Come sit on the other side of me, bro."
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to this guy. Like, and put my hand over his shoulder, the furry one, and then say, "Yeah, no problem. My next digs are on me."
Ooh. He'll just kind of this furry guy, he shakes his head. He's he's not got very humanistic features, obviously. You Kiryu are definitely a little I guess if you want to actually roll me a history.
Yeah, let's see.
This is not a difficult one, like, at all. Let's see what the money is. Yeah, I mean, not even 9, like, blasted out of the water. You're looking at him and you're reminded of that body in the coffin that you shared a brig with on the High Archibald way back, almost a year ago, in real life now, on the High Archibald. Just kind of a flitting memory of recognition. And even though he doesn't have the same human emotive expression on his face, he looks a little regretful. And he's like, "I'm so sorry. Please let me get your drinks, please. Next round's on me. I'm so sorry."
No, I'm gonna look at him like I try to be really friendly with him and say, "No, bro. Trust me, this is on me. I don't want any beef this night."
Wow. Okay. I was almost gonna do a contested like persuasion, but I'm gonna actually let him just kind of like very abashedly nod and be like, okay, you are too kind. We'll get our friend under control. He didn't mean anything by it. He's just it's been a few too many years, and even the other guy now has taken notice, and he's kind of helping like wrangle his rowdy friend back over here. They sit a few chairs down. This furry guy is going to extend his hand to you and go, "I'm Wes. I actually just met them tonight, but we hit it off, so I am their friend. Nice to meet you. I'm very sorry about this again."
Yeah, I get that. No problem, bro.
"Hey, you guys enjoy your night. Great music, huh?" And he points
Yeah,
at
it
the
is.
stage. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it back over there to Kief. It's winding on through the evening now, guys. You, Kief, know your itinerary. It's about the first hour's done, even though you guys were late. And the crowd is clapping, going crazy as you all sort of take your exits. You're gonna exit stage and leave it to the next act that is going to come on. Do you want to do anything with your band or have an exit? Kind of leaving it up to you for some stage presence, Kief.
He's gonna kind of bow to the crowd, and then as he's walking off stage with the big band, he's gonna tell them that he's gonna go into the dressing / stage room and practice with Leadbelly and Mystical.
Ooh. Brown will he scoffs and he's like, where are we supposed to go? What do you want us to do?
Well, aren't y'all going first?
Oh, well, I don't even know when we're going. I mean, if you all still need practice, go right ahead. But I mean, how long are you going to need? How long until we can do this thing?
I think above table we had decided it would be like just like a back and forth of like an hour of the bands back and forth, right?
So I'm not sure what I had said last time that essentially after this performance that you guys are finishing up, like right now that you're walking off stage for, after this opening of night, it's free game. You guys who are performing can decide, hey, we're doing this now. The club closes at 2. So kind of like, we'll say if you don't play by like 1:30, There's no chance for the tiebreaker. But right now it's about, we'll say 8:45. It's going on 9, so there's a few hours left. But Beetle Brown is just crossing his arms. He's like, when are we gonna do this?
How about we'll start at midnight, and then we'll be able to keep the crowd in as long as possible, have them enjoying the good music while spending more money. I think Mr. Mantang and Henry would like that more, right?
Ooh, nice. Throw me out a persuasion, sir. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that is 16. Purple Jack, who Kief, you've gotten to know him a little bit. He's a little he's like a grumpy, sort of tired guy. He sort of gets tired at a lot of things. And you rolling 16, he walks up to Beetle Brown. He puts a hand on his shoulder, and he very obviously pulls rank. He goes, Brown, give it a rest, dog. Let's just go chill. When it's time, it's time. You need to stop dogging them, for real. And Brown is going to huff and go, fine, whatever.
And
I'll pull
if
us
y'all
back.
want to use that room, I was going to say to them, if they want to use that room, y'all can. We'll go find somewhere else.
Oh, okay. I'll pull us back here to the backstage.
Yeah, you're nailing it, Mystical. Also, Kiryu is out there just spitting game. I think he almost got in a fight.
Hold on.
How
Wait,
the fuck do you know
you
that?
should knock first.
That's funny. So I'll say like Mystical is doing like a solo, just kind of noodle practice. Leadbelly's peeking his eye out the door. That's funny.
No, I grew an ear on Kiryu and Arthur, so I heard all of that.
Oh, even better, even better. Excuse me. Nice.
That's awesome.
Mystical is still doing that kind of noodling, but he's nodding now. He goes, I don't know, man. I can't promise a masterpiece of a performance, but I don't know. This finger nub trick is working a little too well. I'm almost like, is this too good to be true?
Nah. This is perfect. Did you say you're knocking on the door, Dill?
So as we were walking up, you had said that to Mystical, so I told Beetle Brown that he should knock before going in there.
Yeah, off of we'll keep that 16 persuasion. You guys hear a knock at the door, Leadbelly and Mystical.
This isn't my house. Come in. Is that the right response? I don't know.
That's so funny. If you say that, the door bursts open, and Beetle Brown is gonna say, also Leadbelly, if you want to, this map is a little funky, so if you want to make your token a 4x4 or a 2x2, excuse me, go ahead.
How do I do that?
Here, I got you actually.
Awesome.
Bam. As you say that, Beetle Brown walks in. He goes, "That's what I'm saying." And he actually has like a moment of camaraderie with you. He's like, thank you. This is our dressing room. Why are we knocking? I just want to get my smokes.
This guy's breathing in fire again.
He'll kind of go, he just looks at you and goes, what are you talking about, breathing fire?
You told me you smoke. So do you like lean over a fire? It's something about like I think you guys called it like a ret or something. I don't know.
He's got his cigarettes. He's got his lighter. He walks over here and he puts one in his mouth. It looks like it looks comically small. It is like ridiculous in his big face, but as he sets it there between his lips and lights it, he will blow a little plume of smoke in your face, Leadbelly. He goes, "This is smoking. Do you want a cigarette?"
Oh God! Ugh. No, it smells like shit.
He's gonna chuckle, kind of like that, and just go, "I guess it's an acquired taste." And he leans in a little close, and he'll go, "Kids just wouldn't get it."
Kids? I'm pretty sure I'm in my 20s. And Leadbelly starts like counting, and then as he runs out of fingers on one hand, he just grows more to keep counting. Like
That's good. I'm imagining like that Bruce Almighty shot of him going, I like showing his fingers.
yeah.
Okay, how many fingers is this? 7. Grows 2 extra fingers.
Aha!
He'll just kind of, Beetle Brown will kind of chuckle at that too, and he'll continue to smoke, and he will leave the room. I put his token down prematurely. Purple Jack was never in here. But Corky Blue and June Red have come to join Kief. And Corky will head to his station. I believe it was that one. And June Red will be like, "Well, are you guys feeling prepared?" And I'll let you guys know you have crossed the 200 threshold for practice points. So unless something drastic happens to, pull that number down, which I'll let you know if that happens, you are in a good range with the practice points now.
We're prepared.
Something drastic.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, "We're prepared. Are you prepared for that nice seafood dinner? What do you say, tomorrow night?"
Oh man. She's just gonna grin and shake her head, and she goes, you devil, you. Yeah, I mean, it'll have to be early before the big finale, but
Of course.
I could go for some seafood. We can go to Cruins, and they have the best. Wherever we go, they always catch the best.
Oh, of course. I think we're gonna stay in this area for like a day or two. Just get the feel of things, scoping out. You know what I mean? Just see what you guys, how you guys live. See how good Kief has had it here. In his head.
Well, wonderful.
I want you to know this. In his head, Leadbelly is thinking about what he heard with Kiryu's conversation and the girl talking about how many numbers they had. So he's wanting to now lie in wait, basically, and spend some time at the circus to see, can I take this place down if I need to?
Okay. Ooh, interesting. Well, June Red, of course, is she's just going to be a little tickled at the surface level of that, and she'll say, "That's so wonderful! You cannot miss the big finale night. It's what everybody is here for. It's truly something else. We perform over in the big top. So do the trapeze masters. So does Mr. Mantang himself. I mean, everybody's there. Mr. Henderson puts on a show. It's awesome. It is so cool. You've got to come. You've got to come."
Oh, you said Mr. Henderson's gonna be there. Is that the fellow with the multiple limbs? And when I say that, I mimic him and like grow more limbs.
Hell yeah. Corky Blue is gonna step back from his dressing table. He's got a pack of smokes too. He lights one up and he's enjoying it. He goes, "Oh wow, that is somehow less creepy than Mr. Henderson's. That is less creepy, I would say. But yes, that's him. That's the guy. He's a." And Corky Blue just kind of like, he makes his eyes wide for a second and then just shakes his head. He's like, "Whoa, freak."
Well, I'm excited to see what he can do specifically. And then I will walk away from her and go sit in Beetle Brown's chair. So how was your oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. It's a little like short, but a little wide for you. So like, while your bottom doesn't fill it out, your like back is well over the top of it. And I will say before you do that, not to interrupt, but I want to throw it to Abyss and give him some spotlight. Abyss hanging out in Mystical's shadow. There is a little bit of history with you guys from back in the Port Gorko attack, but Abyss specifically, I would, I guess I don't really know how to flavor this, but a wisdom check for lack of a better idea at the moment. This was one I was struggling with, but I want to see what happens here.
Wisdom check from Abyss.
Yeah, hanging out in Mystical's shadow, just kind of hearing all this go on. Something sort of, I guess it's like ginger ale in your brain to describe the encroaching feeling. He is not. You there, Brother Ragnar? If you're on mobile, I know that is atrocious, so I can roll stuff for you if you need. I cannot do anything on mobile.
Did he get through?
There we go. Yeah, I got a 23. Crazy. You feel this sense of ginger ale in your brain. Like I said, this triggers the feeling. And then all of a sudden it seems to dissipate. There is no sense at all besides this sense of clarity. And you hear a voice whisper to you out of a darkness in your mind's eye. Big fish, little fish, swimming in the water. Come back, man. Give me my daughter. This rings out like a symphony in your head in a strange way, but there is a darkness attached to it too. And you realize there was this moment of you blacking out. And as you come back to, you realize Mystical himself said those same words out to this room. Leadbelly, Moon Kief, June Red, and Corky Blue are all just kind of staring at him now. He was like noodling on the trumpet, and then all of a sudden you put it down and said, big fish, little fish, swimming in the water. Come back, man. Give me my daughter.
Is that some kind of lyrics there, bro?
I don't know.
Mystical kind of looks around at you all. He's like, what? Me? Are you talking to me? I wasn't singing. What?
You just said something. Something about fishes?
Yeah, Corky Blue 2 is like, yeah, you definitely said something really weird, bro. Mystical will just kind of be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was just practicing my trumpet.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that.
As you are thinking of that, you see the we'll say you see the big white mountain of snow that you saw in your dream from I believe it was last session. And you also see the eyes, the vicious eyes of a beast from underwater.
I see this.
You do. This is not so like you're not blacked out when you see this. This is more of a conscious moment where you're seeing things out in this room as well as those eyes in your mind's eye.
Do I know what's causing this?
You want to roll me like a history, insight, investigation. I'll kind of make it wide, even perception. If you want to do like any of those four, I'll take any of those. That's crazy. 23 and 22. If you look at those eyes that kind of pop up, you're going to get the feeling that they're connected to that voice. And again, also from your dream, but now more clear as you put your mind to it, you see the panda shark.
Is it possible for me to like? Why am I thinking about a panda shark?
It's not so much that you're thinking of it. This has popped into your mind. I'm trying to play it off that 22 versus giving you another roll. I mean, you are reminded of the time in Rio Machi where you were, down in the wharf with the minnows, and some of your quickly befriended minnow friends were eaten by the panda shark, who, once you attacked this panda shark, it didn't even, it kind of quit the fight and it swam off by itself. And then it randomly appeared, seemingly randomly, in your dream about this big white mountain of snow.
And then
You're not quite sure.
And Mystical was affected by me being affected by that?
Yeah, when you heard those words to yourself, and for whatever reason, Mystical said them at the same time out loud. There was some weird time dilation for your perception of it personally, but that as you snapped back to reality, you kind of realized, like, whoa, what was that? Why did Mystical say what I heard?
Okay, that's interesting.
And I'll remind you too, there was that mention of Port Gorko. You had essentially saved Mystical's life in Port Gorko when he took a fatal bullet. And he had entered a rabid state to defend Leadbelly as well, from a fatal blow too. Corky Blue at this point is just gonna go, okay, I am gonna go outside and get some fresh air. June, wanna come with me or are you chilling? And she'll just kind of be like, I'm good. You go on. Yeah, anyway, sorry to have interrupted earlier, Leadbelly. I'll toss it back to you after that, sitting down in the chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Kief and be like, so Kief, how was your first performance of the night? You guys sounded so good.
It was pretty good. I dropped my drumsticks in the beginning of it though, but I I think I was able to pull through.
Yeah, we've all had an exciting day. Makes sense that, at the beginning of the show, because you held through at the end. That crescendo, my goodness, masterful.
Yeah, and we played a pretty upbeat song after that. It just gets
I think
repetitive.
Kief's the best drummer we've had.
Slow songs.
Kief is the best drummer anyone's ever had, my dear.
My bad on the interruption, y'all. Sometimes that delay really messes with me.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, Red said that though as she came up, and she was like, "He's the best drummer I've played with since I've been in the big band." Admittedly, we only had one before him, but still, we've had a lot of auditions.
What happened to your previous drummer?
Oh, Larry just, I think he found another gig. He seemed to just be done with the whole thing. What are you gonna do? He was good, but I'll be honest, he was no Kief.
No one is. That's why I'm so keen to
True that.
have him back in my life.
Now don't you go taking him from us.
Well, if he gets his memories back, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna look a little worried at Kief.
Yeah, at the mention of that, I'll take a wisdom save from you, Kief.
Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, not bad.
At a 15, a lot of stuff is going to come flooding at you, mostly of all of these things that have come to your mind already today. This path of music ahead of you that seem to resonate inherently. The idea of these strangers knowing who you were, you belonging to a slave band. Your name being tattooed on Leadbelly, of course, as well as the question that has kind of been itching at you since leaving the swamp. Who the hell is Bert? At a 15. At a 15, as you look in the mirror, you kind of see Leadbelly looking at you concerned. And you're able to see him as a rather young boy. For all intents and purposes. You blink, and when you open your eyes, he is sitting there in the chair, kind of dwarfed by it at that point. A lot shorter, still pretty big, but a lot shorter, a lot smaller. His legs are dangling over the side. And you get a quick lump in your throat, and it hurts, and you're just like, oh my god, you're overwhelmed with emotion.
Do I notice, the sorrow on Kief's face?
Yeah, if you're actively watching him, you would notice, at least a little shift in his facial expression. I don't know how much Kief would do. Oh, that's a nice touch. Yeah, I love that. I won't speak for Kief, but you would at least notice a twitch that stands out to you as familiar.
Are you okay, Kief?
For a second, you looked like you didn't fit in the chair.
I look and notice my back is hanging over the chair by a good 4 feet. My knees are up by my chest. I'm like, well, I don't fit in the chair, Kief.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like you meant something different though. Did I cut out?
No.
I feel like you mean something different there.
Mm-hmm.
It
Okay.
sounded
Okay.
like the end.
That
Yeah,
is
listen,
it.
Kief just didn't respond to it because Kief is still kind of like
Yeah.
awestruck at who/what he just witnessed. Because can't remember who that person is, but he looked a lot like the person that's sitting in front of me.
Oh yeah, even at a 15 there for that check, you know, it was noticeably a you know, quote unquote different person per se, but it stood out in your mind like that's Leadbelly as a kid. That's got to be. I mean, it's a spitting image, and it's very rather inconclusive after that. But you're just like, why? It sticks in your mind. Why? Why would I know that image of him? Anything else from my players here?
Yeah,
in
I do
the
actually.
practice room?
This might get
Okay,
spicy. Earlier, Kief, you called me by a name that was very, very close to something. Why? Why?
I don't know. You just look like you would be a bedwetter.
A bedwetter. Kief, do you know why I'm called Leadbelly?
Is it because your belly's made out of lead?
I mean, that's what you used to say. You used to tell me that because of the things that they would feed us when we were in Marie Joie, I would eat it, all of it, like it didn't bother me at all. And you said to eat that shit, your belly has to be made of lead. And so you started calling me Leadbelly.
Mystical will grin as you tell this. So he walks over. He's like, "Man, you took to that name so hard. I part of me, I guess, forgot."
Yeah. And Bert's rude ass would just call me by the wrong name all the time.
Oh,
He'd
is that? Oh, I see what that is.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. For Kief. Yeah. I mean, you take that at total face value. Yeah. You totally buy that.
Well, if the food was as bad as you say it is, it makes sense that I would call you Leadbelly.
Oh, it was terrible. It was some of the worst food I ever ate in my life. But at the time, I really hadn't eaten much food, so I guess I was just used to it.
June Red will pipe up. She leans on Beetle Brown's big prep desk, and she's like, wait. So your name isn't Leadbelly? I mean, I guess it's a weird name, but what is your name then?
I'm gonna look at Kief and be like, well, I don't think it's really important anymore.
Mystical chuckles, and he shakes his head, and he just he takes a few steps this way now.
That's all for me in here, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kief, anything from you? Abyss, same to you. Anything from y'all you want to do before we cut away again?
No, not really. I was pretty satisfied with this stuff that happened earlier.
Nothing with me. Okay. I'm gonna swing us back out here, gang. We're back out on the main floor. I'll delete our big band and pull out.
A small band.
Yeah, we've got our Kief. Kief, of course, would know this. You guys are not the only act here at Henry the Horses. These are clowning crows. They've got the, about 30
Oh my
minutes
fucking
set
god.
right after you guys, and they They're playing their heart's content. Their music is a little harder, but it's still mostly like swanky, jazzy stuff to get people moving. You know, the dance floor is still very much alive. Pull us back here to the bar where
Clowner
our
blind.
So those are clowns performing up there, right?
Oh no.
yes, sir, they are.
Oh,
And there are other clowns here,
Okay,
too. There are
it
some
meets it
clowns
beats.
enjoying it.
Arthur's gonna clench his teeth as soon as the clowns start playing. Be like, oh my Wait, it's for the captain. It's for the captain. It's for the captain. It's for the captain.
Hera will be like walking past you. She'll refill a beer from the draft bar there.
I
the
slam
tap.
it immediately to try to take the edge off of listening to these stupid clowns.
She goes, "Whoa, man, are you okay?"
Oh my god, could anyone be okay listening to this garbage?
Sorry, ma'am. It's just.
Oh man, you guys really let clowns perform here?
Oh yeah. To be honest with you, they are not my favorite either. But what are you gonna do? You're a little not my speed, I guess you would say.
A little thought bubble pops up as she says, "What can you do?" And Arthur just imagines murdering every clown on stage.
What's funny now?
But he's like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do?"
At that point, to pull your focus away, you'll see that front door open. And in comes some of your crewmates, Tweedle Brothers and Elder Squint. They're going to pass by Kiryu first. If you have anything to say to them, Kiryu, the Tweedle Brothers will stop with you there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nod to them.
Elder Squint will continue on.
Squint!
Lord
My
Arthur.
boy!
They're like, "Hey there, Sonny. Took us a little bit to find the club, but how you doing?"
Oh my gosh, you know what? I never thought I'd be happier to see you, but like these clowns fucking no, I gotta compose myself, Squint. It's not the easiest.
He'll look at you and then at the stage and he'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, they don't sound too bad, I guess, but
You mean it's the worst thing you've
they're not
heard
for
ever?
everything. It's the worst thing I've heard ever.
That's why I
You
love you,
always gotta-
Squint.
You always got to stick up for your friends, don't you, honey? Please, one of those delicious orange spritzes for me."
Oh,
She'll
Squint.
kind of set to making that.
Squint, we got a problem.
What's the
So-
problem? He looks at you very seriously. What's going on?
Okay, so we know we don't want Leadbelly and Misty Cole and Moon Kief to have a great performance, right? But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's someone that I can't let leave here alive. I don't know what it is, but I saw a man get burned alive, and I don't think I can let trash like that slide at all. And as much as it goes against what everyone here is here to do, first off, we need to make sure that the captain's okay. Because like he looked pretty shook up about what that guy did. Second off, we need to make sure that we can get all of the innocent civilians out of here. I've alerted the Marines that I am going to cause shit to go down. It's gonna happen. But I don't want innocents to be caught in the crossfire. So if anything breaks out, I need you, Tweedledee and Tweedleham, to round up as many innocents as we can and make sure we evacuate them safely and work hand in hand with whatever people we need to ensure innocent lives are safe. This
Oh,
is
man.
a lot bigger of an operation than I thought it was, but I think if we all work together and pull our weight, we can really come through. Do some good in this world.
Oh man, he at that little exchange at the end of it, it's kind of like perfect timing. Hera comes over and she sets the drink down in front of Elder Squint. He's listening to you with clear clarity and interest in what you're saying. He pulls his drink over, swirls it around, takes a little sip, and then he looks down the bar at the Tweedle brothers and he goes, "Well, look here, Sonny. I hear you. I think what you're thinking is noble. Saving as many lives as you can. I can't knock it. What can I say about that? You all have a good sense of justice, but even putting aside the uncomfortable discussion of the reality of saving everybody." And he nods toward the Tweedle brothers. "You really think they're gonna stick their necks out for a few innocents, for a few civilians?"
It's not for a few civilians. It's to make our captain the greatest on the seas.
Look, they're great guys. They're fun. They're good guards for the ship for now, but I tell you the truth, from my point of view, I don't know if their heart's in it. I don't know if they're true Sakura pirates. But
Well,
I'll try my best. I'll relay the point. And if need be, I'll whip him into shape for you.
well, I knew I could count on you, Squint. That's why I needed to talk to you. If anyone could help get them to realize the gravity of the situation, I would hope it would be your wise intellect and experience that could win them over.
Ooh, persuasion, definitely.
I'm bad at these. Oh no!
Oh man. That's a tough one. He will shake his head. And he's still totally serious. He goes, "Oh boy. I don't know. I believe in you all as a crew, and I am a Leadbelly loyal to the end. Don't you worry about that, but I don't know, Arthur. I've got a feeling you don't quite have the sense of this crew that you think you do, if I may say. But you are the senior, I am the chore boy, and I am your man." And he raises his little spritz up for a little toast.
Arthur just thinks to himself, please, God, let that Marine come through. Please, God, let that Marine come through. Please, God, let that Marine come through. And then that's all I've got.
Kiryu, anything you are wanting to do? Anything you're wanting to say to the little lady or to the Tweedle brothers, or go anywhere? If
Yeah, I'm
not,
gonna
no
go.
worries. Oh, okay. Go right
Yeah, I'm
ahead.
gonna go to our brothers and say that. Yeah, Arthur Morgan. Yeah, Arthur really seems upset. Maybe just go and cheer him up, like share some drinks.
Oh, what is he upset about? Ham, that's Ham.
I couldn't really hear it, but yeah, that the reason doesn't really matter. Just yeah, cheer him up.
And we'll start pounding both his fists on the bar. Party, 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 party.
Oh my God.
Nice. I'll have him kind of go, and Club is actually going to go, "Don't you go too crazy now. I can't reel you in." Oh my.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Take care of him too.
Oh yeah, of course, first mate. Of course, sure, we'll do. You will head up that way. I'll go ahead and say,
What?
There's been sort of steady entry coming in, but there is a rather big group that comes in next. I'll drag them out here, get them organized in one moment. They're a pretty big group, and they look pretty well knit together. Kiryu, you being so close to the door, if you want to throw me a really easy history check, please. Go right ahead. Yeah, no worries. Even a 9 is more than enough. You recognize, not Maki, but Kima Henderson, who you all very briefly met after the slide down the Port Gorko mountain after the battle with Pikmin and his bandits. You've got her there kind of in the middle, surrounded by this group of rather eccentric looking folks. You've got a bearded lady over here. You probably wouldn't recognize this guy actually, but he has been around here. And there is a clown here and a very little creepy childlike clown tailing by his side. This girl closest to you looks a little older than Kima, but pretty similar in the same attire too. And there's like a magician looking fellow here kind of leading the pack, and he is dressed in a big top hat, big flamboyant purple robes and cloak, and he looks around with his nose kind of in the air.
All right, interesting.
They will all sort of just move past you if you're not going to make any note. And this fellow who came in with the group, who sort of looks the most plain of them all, comes up here to the bar, and he leans up on it. He's like, Hera, when you got a chance, no rush. And he'll look also at Rito Misha and be like, hey, Rimi, how you doing? She will, sometimes I let go of that push to talk, organizing other stuff. She will just kind of nod and be like, hey, Ezekiel, how you doing? And the rest of them will sort of just make off on their own. These guys will sort of keep together. But the clown, and actually I need to fix him. He is a big clown, not quite as big as Mr. Henderson was, and certainly bigger around. But Kiryu, you'll notice him just kind of staring at you with this little grin on his face. He's got this big, broad smile. And he will actually walk up to you and he goes, hi, who are you?
Well, hello there. I'm Kiryu.
Kiryu. Interesting. Can I see your ticket?
All right. Why are you asking?
Oh, I don't even know. Do you have it, though? I'll just take a quick peek.
But why? I'm a bird inside. I already showed to the other guy. Come on, bro. The drinks are inside.
Hey, y'all, getting a pretty important phone call. Give me like 60 seconds. I'm so sorry. I'll be back in just one moment.
Intermission while the clowns are coming up. Intermission. These clowns are gonna make me throw up. Intermission. I'm gonna mess these clowns up.
And if these clowns ever come near Arthur Morgan, they'll never ever have enough life. Man, guys, this is crazy.
No.
He's twitching. I'm twitching.
Yeah, Leadbelly's about to come out there. I think him hearing this man come to Kiryu and be like, "So where's your ticket?" is giving him like, "I need to get out there and intervene without." Oh, what?
Before the clowns even mention a word to Arthur, I'm sure you've heard Arthur like foaming at the mouth.
Yes, I have.
Like...
Arthur, do it.
Oh my god. I was focused on Hera and then the clowns got on stage. Something inside me snapped! Something changed! I didn't care anymore about the stage! I didn't care anymore about the music! I just started blasting!
Yeah. We're in the lull of the stream right now because the chapter just dropped, so everyone's watching reactions. But it's a good time, guys. It's been a good session so far. A great session. Chapter. I haven't read it yet. Oh, my back.
You guys read? Nerd.
Nerds! Dun 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 dun. Like and subscribe to the channel. Ba 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 da. Well, boys, now's the time. Smoke them if you got them.
I wish. Day 7.
Ragnar, I am currently. Josh, I love how the minute Tweedle Ham and his brother were with you, you were like, bounce, dude. Can't you see the fly, honey? I'm with, like...
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. Ugh. Filler words, filler words. I'm ready to get this performance going. But first I gotta derail this situation.
Alrighty, sorry about that. I am back. Everybody here?
Yes.
So sorry, I got kind of distracted there on the tail end of that, Kiryu, but got this guy coming up to you, asking about your ticket. What did you say?
Yeah, I gotta say, you're really gonna pick on me out of all of those guys? Like, don't you see I have a lot of drinks in? I barely even know how to run through my pockets. I'm gonna get close to the scan and point to the red dog guy in the crowd and say, "You see that guy? That guy said he just got on throughout I don't know what way, and I have no idea what he's on about, but I think he has more problems than anyone else." Get what I'm
You're
saying?
talking about the fellow who came and bothered Rito Misha?
Yeah, why not?
Wait, who are you talking about? I didn't see the ping.
I didn't pick anyone. I guess I just point to a random guy in the crowd.
You just said Oh, okay. Lots of persuasions today, but yeah, I'll definitely need another one on that.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll say you send it over to this guy here on this secondary dance floor, kind of hanging out with these two ladies over here. He'll look over at him and he'll be like, oh. You think he's a troublemaker, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you don't know this from me. I'm just here to have fun.
Just here to have fun. Just here to have fun. Just here to have fun. Just here to have fun. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, cheers to that.
And at that point, Rito Misha will pipe up and she'll be like, Bailey, he's okay. I promise. He's good. And this big guy Bailey will just kind of nod and go, he's good, he's good, he's good. Okay. Well, thank you for the tip. I will go make sure everybody has their ticket here tonight. And he gives this big, wide, like Cheshire Cat smile at you. Takes a few steps backwards. And this little pirouette, I don't really know how that's pronounced. If it's, silent T's, but he's kind of following Bailey by the ankles. But yeah, at a 17 there, they're going to move on. And you will see them approach this guy, kind of interrupt his game. The ladies kind of back off as he's like suddenly confronted by the big clown.
Well, that was that. So where were we?
Yeah, Arthur, if you want to toss me a history as well for Kima coming up near you all to recognize her.
I'm really good at history rolls. I think I actually... do I have advantage because I'm a historian? No.
I thought you did have advantage on some sort of like scenario with history checks. I'm not positive if it works right this moment, but sure.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with advantage then. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
Oh yeah, even the 16 would work. Yeah, you recognize this lady immediately as the one who was very annoyed, very ornery at the base of the Pangea Mountains, trying to get Mystical to come back to work, even though he ended up saying, I'm sticking with Leadbelly in the crew.
So,
She doesn't seem to notice you.
Hey, howdy there. Did you finally get that stick out of your ass?
Ooh. She looks at you and she rolls her eyes. She goes, oh my god.
Yes,
No
I
way in
am.
hell.
Yes, you are. As he hears the clouds playing, I'm glad we can finally agree on something. Ah, tua.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay.
Hera, the finest liqueur for my good friend here. Lady who's really uptight all the time. Ah, tua.
Emo or Hera will come over from serving, the other guys down here. And she's kind of got like a little smirk on her face and she's like, well, I've never heard anybody be so frank with you, Kima. Wow. Next one's on me for that. That was a nice little treat. And Kima is annoyed. She rolls her eyes and she goes, oh my god. This day just never ends.
You just don't even know, partner. You don't even know.
So what are you all doing here? I thought it sounded like you had big old adventures to go on with the janitor and what you probably caught the weird clowns who were addicted to spice and they're on your crew too. What is it? What?
I mean, do you want the long still version or you want the spark notes?
What's the one that doesn't come with an explanation at all? I want that one.
You know, I don't really think there is a reason to not explain it, I guess. But, I mean, I'm just glad you're okay.
The little group that came in with Kima, who sort of split off, but kind of remain close by, one of them will split off, and she looks a lot like Kima. And she comes up, she's a little older, and she puts an arm around you, and she goes, "My little sister bothering you, she's got a knack for that. Kima, be nice to the visitor. He's very handsome." She smiles
As
and
she
goes,
goes
"Hi,
to
I'm
put her
Alima."
arm, as she goes to put her arm around me, it like just stays a little bit off of me as like I activate a little barrier between her touching me so that she can't actually touch me. Just a thin little one. And I'm like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bubbles, bubbles, ladies. You know, need some space. She's not doing me no wrong. We go way back, don't we, Lady Stick? I forgot what your name was, but way back. I call her Lady Stick because she's got a stick up her ass. Ah, do it. Ah, do it.
Hera snorts and turns away from the whole exchange while Kima fumes, and she has just like steam coming out of her ears. She goes, "What? What are you saying? Do you have to make my life worse right now? Will you just shut up?"
Well, I mean, you could just choose to not listen. Ah, do it.
"Oh yeah, I do think that's a great idea." And she'll move here properly to the seat, like one down, and just stare ahead at the liquor bottles lining the wall.
Oh my gosh. Arthur, you still got it, you old dog.
Alima, who came up, is she's a little shorter, maybe a little more like conventionally attractive, a little more like effort put into her wardrobe, certainly today, and makeup, and she just is still smiling at you. She's like, "They do not make gruff strangers like you anymore these days. Who are you,
They've never
fine
made
sir?"
They've never made one like me. I'll tell you that, I'm one of a kind. You know, like when you play cards and sometimes you get like 4 of a kind, or you get 3 of a kind, or you even get a pair. I am the Joker. I am the unique. I am the one who will beat all of these players. I'm okay. I'm a, oh man. Squid, what's my name? I can't, I mean, you know, I'm a little hazy. Maybe I shouldn't, aliases or whatever. What's my name?
This is the great Arthur D. Morgan.
son of a
He's one of
bitch.
the Sakura pirates. He's a wonderful man, an ex-bounty hunter, my superior, and my friend. And he'll clap his arms around you.
This here Squint. He's what we call the #1 wingman, as you can see, selling me up so much. Ah, do it.
You will, Aline will kind of just go, "Huh, Arthur D. Morgan. Do you have a pretty big family or something? I feel like I've heard that name before."
You know, to tell you the truth, I did have a family, but the funny thing about family is that it's not about a name. It's about the bond.
As he thinks
Well-
back to his old past with the Vanderlyn gang and all of that, he's like,
It's more about the time, the trust, and it's more about a people than it is a name. You know what I mean?
I guess, in my experience, it's been a little bit more about the money you make along the way and the things you get to do, no?
I mean,
Kimo
money's nice.
will pipe. Sorry, go ahead.
Money's nice, but it can't buy you happiness. I learned that one the hard way.
Kima will just shake her head and a little further down the bar go, don't even bother. She doesn't listen to sense. She's just obsessed with the sense, if you know what I mean.
What are you? That's what I was going to say. She's talking all about sense. Ah, do it. You can tell jokes. Ah, do it. That stick's loosening up, ain't it, lady?
Everything loosens up with a little bit of the good juice. And she takes a big swig of her drink.
Then another one on me.
Hera will go, wow, big man, just buying everybody a drink. So the whole bar, whole dance floor, what are you thinking?
You know what? The whole day, you're right. I should buy a drink for the whole day. Everyone, your next drink is on me.
And I proclaim loudly to the bar. I hope Leadbelly's hearing this, because it's only gonna get worse.
Oh my god. With the big cheer, I'm gonna also introduce these backup singers who were down here kind of backing it the whole time. They're gonna come up on stage as the MC announces these starlets are coming on. The cheers are just, magnified by that. The whole crowd is going wild. Especially with the news of fresh drinks coming their way on somebody else's dime. Everybody in this general vicinity is looking your way, cheering you on. This fella comes over here, he's clapping you on the back, and he's just like, yeah. But then these three will come over. And this fellow over here will go, well, very, very, very kind. Thank you very much, sir. As one of the older fellows of Mr. Mantang's, I must say we appreciate your patronage.
No, I appreciate you keeping Miss Stick safe. It ain't always, it could be dangerous walking around with a stick up your do it. I'm sorry, I can't stop.
Arthur's just start laughing like even louder and louder and louder as he sees Leadbelly appear out.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Oh yeah. Buying drinks, being friendly, that's how I am. That's me. The great and wonderful
And I hope Leadbelly would stop me before I say my name. But if he doesn't, I'm going to proclaim it to the whole bar and say, these drinks are on. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to...
Wow, what a lovely crowd tonight. Hello, everyone. I am the performer who is here to dethrone the current house band. Yes, cocky I am. I'm going to walk right up to this clown dude. Be like, you, sir, you seem to be employed here. Where's the nearest restroom? And as he tells me his answer, I'm gonna grow little mouths on Arthur and on Josh or Kiryu and on Squint right behind their ears and whisper to them, guys, lay low as much as you can. Plans have changed. We're gonna need to wait till tomorrow night. The woman that Kiryu is talking with said that they have a vast number of people. We need to figure out how big that number is. But yes, then I'm doing that as this clown responds to me.
Oh, damn.
He's just gonna point to the back and say, they're back there. They're kind of from the way you came.
That is so hilarious. Good one, good clown, sir. And I'm gonna walk away and go by the barkeep and be like, ma'am, buy this weird group looking here a round of drinks. And then as I walk back towards the dressing room, I'm gonna tell her to put on my tab, but then as I walk back towards the dressing room, I'm gonna point and be like, do the I know you face at the Maki girl. I think her name's Kima.
Yes, the one you guys met at Port Gorko. You had pretty extensive conversations, like, directly with her, so I'll just say Leadbelly goes ahead and remembers her from her wanting Mystical back. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Kima Henderson.
Yes. I just go and like point at her and then like continue to walk back towards the dressing room. I just had to stop everything and let the crew know what was going on.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, Kiryu, to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, those clowns are some funny fellows. How did you guys get the idea of clown guards? Or yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, clowns, clowns are a part of the circus, and we always thought, there were certain people who were afraid of them, but it was Mr. Mantang himself who decided to just put them in charge of general security. They can go around and sort of be anywhere, everywhere, all at once sort of deal. They've been doing great under Bailey. Bailey keeps them in line. They're rough and tumble. I don't associate with them, to be fair, but they keep things above board.
Yeah, I get that. Like a lot of people to be in charge. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, he keeps charge of he's like captain of the guard, I guess you would say, but he's not quite in charge. He's more like the enforcer. I mean, if Mr. Henderson spoke, he would report to Mr. Henderson, but nobody really reports to Mr. Henderson anymore after. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's a very well, anyway, let's get back to the talk. Yeah, I have something really important to ask you. Real personal. Do you heard anything about the girl with blonde and blue hair?
The guard? The who?
A girl with blonde and blue hair. On this island.
She just kind of shakes her head and she's like, I mean, we see a lot of different hairstyles, but I can't say I've seen somebody like that recently, not here in the South, no. Well, wait. No. There was somebody in Samba. We were there first after we crossed the red line, that's true. But I mean, there were so many people. I can't say, if this is the same person. I've seen a lot of people with blue hair and blonde hair, but I guess only one with blue and blonde hair.
Oh yeah, if you have us anything on that, please tell me more. Like, yeah, she's my little sister, and I lost her recently. And, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you poor thing. And she just puts her hand on your shoulder. She's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. But is she, I mean, I guess you don't know if she's okay, but I mean, if this is your sister, she was okay when I saw her. She was just here at the bar enjoying drinking. That's it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear it from you.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it could be her. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. I just noticed her across the room. She's very pretty. I mean, I guess I can see a slight family resemblance now that you say it, sure. What happened? Why were you separated?
Like, yeah, there was this really bad storm, and yeah, things happened, and I got I lost sight of her.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, you hear about that so much. I just thank goodness neither of you were killed. I mean, some of these storms in the south, I've heard treacherous things, and we saw a really big one on our way to Pangea recently. So I'm curious. I mean, maybe that was the same one. It boiled and broiled for days and just seemed to skirt along the sea. It was like the gods themselves sent it.
Yep, that's pretty much the weather. Can't really do much about it, but yeah, if there were gods, I would really put a bullet to the head.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about something like that, I guess.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, it's comforting to have you this night to talk to. Really takes some steam off.
Yeah, I'm really glad you came here too. I mean, there are lots of folks that travel with Mr. Mantangs after we leave our location. Maybe you can stick around with us and come along, you know. I don't know. We always have need of extra hands here at the club, or you could work around the whole circus. It's up to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really think my crew will. Yeah, my crew and friends will agree of that. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, they can come too. Bring them along. Why not?
As she says that, Kiryu's gonna see Arthur walk and take one step out of the bar, and I'm gonna burn a spell slot to cast Zephyr Strike so that I can get back to the ship as fast as possible, because I'm gonna murder these clowns. And you can't, there's no opportunity attack or nothing. I paid my tab, deduct it from the ship. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Absolutely. You head out with the speed of the quickness. Only Kiryu is able to really clock you, and due to him being your crewmate.
Yeah, yeah. First of all, there is the music competition between the two, and also, yeah, one of my crew really doesn't like clowns at all. That's another thing. So there's a lot of small things that come up, and yeah, they wouldn't really work out.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Mantang could find some sort of workaround to help you all out. I really think we could make it work, but I understand I don't like twisting arms either. I mean, I want you to want to be here, but at least stick around for the finale tomorrow night. It is something else, and I can assure you, you will want to stick around for that.
Oh, I
Maybe
will.
afterward, too.
Well, how about you? Wouldn't you want to explore the seas?
Well, I am exploring the seas. After this, we're bound for the east and the west, and then after that, if all else works out, we're going to cross the entirety of the Grand Line, visit all of the kingdoms, cross the Red Line once more into the New World. I mean, we will see every port there is to see before I die. That's for sure.
Well, if you know, if you're so sure about that, I'm even more sure that me and my crew are gonna make that journey even sooner. Like, once we find our sister and get some other provisions, like, we're gonna cross the Grand Line right away.
Oh, well, it's so exciting. I can't lie. After the South, that is the place I'm most excited to visit. But I mean, we have contracts in the East and the West. I can't let Henry the horse down. I would have to stay here. But I thank you for the invitation. I mean, if it stands for me, mine stands for you too.
Well, you really have a lot of people working for Henry, so I don't think your absence will impact things that much. I know your role is really important, but
I'm the assistant manager. How could you say that? I've worked very hard for this position.
Yeah, no, you will be missed, but you know, there are a lot of people that
No. I am irreplaceable. I need to be here. I am the acting head tonight. Of course he trusts me. I mean, I appreciate your gesture and your invitation, but no, it's simply not a possibility. We're trying to make Mr. Mantings grow, not shrink.
Yeah, he won't shrink. Like, it's only up from here, like I said. Not even, yeah, from this entire thing, of course. And yeah, like you said, you're irreplaceable.
I'm gonna call a slight last minute change of plans here. I don't know if you guys saw in the chat, but Dill is kind of dealing with stuff. So, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna call it a little early today and do a rather short session. But everybody's cool to do an extra long session next time to make up for it. You know, maybe something more like how we used to do on the monthly schedule. But yeah, Dill is dealing with something pretty serious. So I don't want to put him out too hard or go on without him here. But yeah, I definitely want to play a little more. If there's anything all the players left here want to do, I'll definitely tune back in with Arthur heading for the ship. I definitely want to do that, but I'll keep it here on the club real quick. Super sorry to everybody for that. No problem, Dill. I all good. I hope all is okay there. Much love. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play it safe there, if that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's fine, brother.
I guess I'll toss it to Leadbelly and Abyss first. I think you guys are back there in the back room again.
We are. Where's June Red?
Will have stayed back here too. I'll have you want June Red there? I'll
Oh yeah, I got questions to ask her. You can start with Abyss though if you need to.
No, I'm mostly tossing it to you all. If you want to play out anything else that you really badly wanted to this session, please go right ahead. I am all ears and ready for it. June Red is still here. We'll say Kief went to the bathroom, just to keep it simple. But you guys are still in here in the pre-stage check room.
My little June bug, tell me about this Mr. Mantang.
Oh, Mr. Mantang, where do I even begin? That man can literally fly. He is a god among men. I don't know where he gets all this money from. I mean, I know Mr. Mantang's is a money-making empire at this point, but he just keeps freeing people after people after people, and he just knows where to go. I don't know. What do you want to know about him? He's incredible.
Well, it just seems like everyone that I've met so far doesn't have a bad thing to say about the man, which isn't a bothersome thing. It's just most people do have some flaws, and I'm not asking for his specifically. It's just, you know, something in my gut. When you hear something is so good to be true, you know, the normal reaction is to think that it is too good to be true. So I'm just trying to catch a feel for the guy before I meet him.
Well, sure. I can understand that feeling. When he bought me, I was initially dubious too, you know. Being passed from one man to another, you just kind of think, oh boy, more of the same. I can't wait. But he has freed me. He has let me sing. He has let me exist as a person and feel the way I want to feel and do the things I want to do. And as she's saying all this, she gets this misty look in her eyes. She really is talking unlike any other way that she's talked before. It's very humble, very genuine, very honest.
You seem to care about this man a great deal.
He is my friend. He is a partner. He's my boss too, sure, but he in a way is my chosen master. I mean, he would never call me his slave. He would never call himself my master, but for all of the masters I haven't had the choice of calling that, I feel honored to know him and be able to call him master. And she starts to like choke up and cry there at the end of that as the tears flowed freely. He's a wonderful man.
It seems so. To bring you to tears the way it has. Leadbelly is still sketchy of Mr. Mantic.
Mystical will come up too, and he'll just be like, I know how you feel, Red. I was pretty much in the same boat. Every piece you see of me that's missing was because of slavery. It was because I was cattle to somebody else, and Mr. Mantang changed that. Leadbelly, I wish... He starts weeping. I wish he had come to Mary Joie. That's the only thing I can't forgive him for. Why didn't he come there and help us? But I can't think that way. He helped us when he could. Not all of us, but me and Kief at least. Kief at least.
We had some help in Mauritius. Of course, it would have been nice to have someone of this caliber, from what you guys have said there, but...
The door opens. The door into the pre-stage check room opens. And a voice says, well, doesn't quite sound like you folks needed help up there. As a very flamboyant figure enters in a big, broad top hat and a vaudeville ringmaster's red suit jacket. And if you look over around the top of the chair, Leadbelly, you'll see this big grin under the brim of that hat as a figure slowly turns his gaze toward you.
Hello there. And who might you be?
Well, I guess I seem to be the man of the hour. I hear you've had a lot to say about me, young sir. And this man approaches you around this side. He's a pretty standard sized guy. He's actually probably a little below average height. And he stretches his hand up to you, sitting in that chair. He goes, Mr. Mantang, proprietor of Mr. Mantang's Magical Circus. Glad to have you here, glad to see you perform, and excited to see just exactly what you can do, Leadbelly.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Mantang. Now, you say you've heard I've been speaking of you. How's that?
Word spreads fast here in the circus.
Hmm.
Got a lot of friends, and the big band are no exception. They've told me a little bit about your performance here tonight, and I just could not pass that up. Had to come introduce myself to our little talent for the evening.
No, I wouldn't say little. So I do have a very important question. It's been itching at my brain. Where did you find Kief?
Well. Where do we find any of God's creatures who have been abandoned to evil and torment? On the auctioneer's block, of course.
He got captured again?
With that, I'm actually going to cut that scene there. And
Holy
there's
shit!
a little
Nah!
bit. There's a. Let's see. I'll pull us back here, kind of reorganize things. It's kind of the setup, I'll say, and we'll head to our finishing segment here with Arthur as he heads down the beach. Again, just using that same belly boat map, kind of fill in with your imagination. You know, the ship is beached, so there's like sand over on the right-hand corner, top right-hand corner of that map where the boat is pushed up. Arthur, as you know, finish that long run back, no problem getting out of Mr. Manting's. You don't need a ticket to get out. You make it back. Lead Horse is up here on deck, kind of freaking out on the helm deck a little bit, stamping his hooves on the deck. Your passive, I know, is just insanely cracked. Let me see. Want to make sure it hasn't gone up or anything.
It's 20.
Yeah, 20 is crazy. I mean, you're coming up on your ship in a bit of a frenzy. I know you're ready to get a move on, and you hear a commotion very distinctly coming from below deck.
I go below deck.
Coming down here to the first floor, you guys left Spenny behind to essentially guard the ship, I guess, or stay behind. He's still just asleep in that same bed he's been in. His face is still a wrecked mess. Commotion is still coming from a little further down. And as you head down here, you come down the stairs and you see Glory pawing at the door into the captain's quarters. Pretty excitedly, and when she hears you kind of trot up beside her, she meows at you, sort of distressed. It sounds distressed to your ears.
I open the door and I say, "What are you trying to get at, girl? What's up?"
As soon as you open that door and come inside, there is a figure rummaging in the dresser with no head and one arm. It's a right arm in the left shoulder socket, and the figure spins on its waist, pretty much in a perfect 180. And there is a big wrenched, like cleaved hole in its chest, as well as a face kind of smushed on the other side of its chest, which just screams at you. It just is the most high-pitched, fearful scream as the figure pushes itself back into the closet. "Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me!" If you want to roll me a history, please go right ahead.
Yeah, what the heck is this? Oh, that was not supposed to be at advantage, so it's an 8.
Okay. That would make a lot of difference then. On an 8, you do get a vague sense of familiarity from this thing, specifically from its arm. But yeah, you're looking at this strange creature, like, what is this thing? As it starts, falling around all the clothes that are hung up in the dresser, falls over on itself. It's panicking, screaming, and these clothes are getting wrapped up around it as it spins on its waist and gets these clothes caught up in its arms. Glory sort of sitting there growling at him. And yeah, sorry to call it a little early today. No worries to you, Dill. I hope all is very well over in your neck of the woods. But playing it safe, I'm going to call it there for a to be continued. No worries, bro. I hope all is good. And yeah, don't want to speak on your business, but I hope everything's okay and you're taking care of business. I get it. But for my players, if you guys are good to make up for today with a bit of an extra long session. Next time, I did have more stuff planned for today to go on a little while longer, but yeah, I'm gonna call it there, I think.
Goated session, even if it was cut a little short.
Session.
Yeah, it was a great session. Really excited to get to the Battle of the Bands finally next time. It's gonna be good. Ready to see Kiryu riz up this chick some more.
Absolutely. Whatever Leadbelly wants to do in game, in final prep for that, I'll say is absolutely fair game. But if it's cool with y'all, I think pretty much starting after anything you want to do, Lucas, next session with that is absolutely in the cards, because I was definitely planning on that being here today, but I do not want to leave Kief out of that. So that's kind
Of course,
my
yeah, no.
impetus for
Integral.
calling it short. Yeah, but anyway, I'll stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today for session 16. We'll see you next time for session 17.
Yes. I'm going to end it there. I think Mikey said it perfectly for an outro. Thank you to everyone who has been watching live. If you're catching this in the future, make sure you leave a comment down below and come back to the channel on Saturday. We'll be going live with Saturday Night Seinen once again. Gonna have a new co-host, so you gotta pop in to see who that is. But yeah, gonna be reading some more 20th Century Boys. So yes, we will see you then, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful, wonderful night.